Hey guys, how's it going? Josh here with Rebel Sons. So before I start the video, I just want you to know if you hear anything that sounds like a fart, it's this chair I'm sitting in. Don't worry, I don't have uncontrollable gas. So let's say you want to start making armor, right? Let's say I'm your inspiration. That's a joke, by the way. If I am, great, but not likely, right? So when you start off making armor, first things first, start off with a game plan. Is this going to be functional or is it going to be decorational? So decorational would be more like cosplaying. It'd be more like cosplaying. Oh my gosh, okay. Phone's getting blown up. Anyways, so if it's decorational, it's going to be more like cosplay. Inspiration came from game. You don't really make the armor out of metal like most people would. Stuff like that. If you don't know what cosplaying is, I'm shocked and go look it up. It's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about functional armor. Stuff that you could put up in your room on an armor stand. It's decorational, sure, but you can also wear it because it's metal, it's functional, it'll protect you. So, now that you have that, where's your inspiration being drawn from? So, my inspiration came from history and video games, right? So, from history, let's see, there are just a few type of warriors. Mainly, I got this from Deadliest Warrior. um, So you have the Roman Centurion, the Spartan, the Samurai. I put Ninja on here. I'll explain why. Vikings, Knights, and then of course Assassins. But that's kind of more video game territory. I put Ninja on here because normally when you think of a ninja, you just think of them wearing uh, whatever the Chinese word is for their ninja suits. Not that I'm wearing a ninja suit. I'm just wearing black, and I don't even think they wore black. I think that's a myth. But some ninja, on some occasions, would wear very, very light body armor underneath their suits, probably made out of leather, maybe, or maybe those mats that they cut through. I really don't know. I'm not a historian. But you can always draw your inspiration from history, people like them, or video games. Uh, Something I did, mainly I got my inspiration from Eli at Zednot Alpha because he really taught me how to put it all together. I also got a lot of inspiration from Fallout, of course, and you could also get your inspiration from Skyrim. So there's that. There's get your inspiration. Next, design. Design is important because you want that design to fit your body perfectly. You're going to have to take measurements. I would suggest a ruler or maybe one of those rulers that they use in sewing. It's not really like, a piece of metal or a piece of plastic with the markings on it. It's more like a piece of cloth and it's flexible. It's a flexible ruler basically. You could definitely use that depending on what kind of armor you made. Me, I just used a ruler, like on my chest piece here. It's kind of hard to see, but I made all these marks, these lines, these measurements, and it's pretty good to me. All the armor I make, it's custom fit. So get your design. And if you are taking your inspiration from history, don't be afraid to mix and match stuff. You can mix and match, like, the knights, gauntlets, and greaves with a samurai hidate in the breastplate of a Spartan, and the samurai helmet. You can do whatever you want whenever you're making armor. Like, not only is it like not blacksmithing per se, but engineering, I guess. Not only is it that, but it's art. You're making art. So don't be afraid to mix and match stuff. Like, do what you need to do. But keep in mind one thing: what is this armor used for? I may have talked about, yeah, I did talk about this in my last video. It's hard to keep up nowadays, but are you going to be a tank? Are you going to be a ninja? Are you going to be an assassin kind of thing? Like, what's your body type? Not that, well, yeah, I get in this situation, body type does matter. Are you one heavy dude that can withstand blows of the Hulk on steroids with Wolverine's by adamantium skeleton? Like, are you one buff dude, or are you a skinny little shrimp like me who can't really take a hit and would prefer to use guerrilla warfare? Think of, I don't know, I guess we'll call it Game Plan 2. Game Plan 2 is how is your design going to overall affect your body, like I just mentioned, like me, I would prefer light armors because I mean I'm kind of fast. I have like 3 foot legs, so I can hop to and skip a loo my darling pretty quick if you catch my southern drift. Anyways, so definitely your design needs to match your body type. It needs to match you. Like I said, don't be afraid to mix and match. Draw out your templates. Make sure your measurements are correct. It fits you. And then now you need to get your materials. This is what I prefer to do personally. I like to order sheet metal online, preferably 16 gauge, which is about, I forgot what thickness 16 gauge was, but it's like, actually, I think it's a 16th of an inch. Me personally, I would prefer an eighth of an inch, but depends on, of course, again, what is this armor? How does it match you? How is it going to help you? Uh, you know, I hope you know. I hope you're catching what I'm saying here. But me personally, I like to order my metal online. You could go to a scrapyard. You're not going to find the cleanest metal, but you are going to get metal at a fairly decent price. You don't. You might find what you want. I did on a few rare occasions, but you really just want to get your metal online. Get a clean sheet, something. The metal's already clean. You can lay your templates on it flat. The metal's not going to be warped or rusted or anything. A little oily, but that's normal. So I would prefer to order my metal online. It might cost you a little bit more, but I think in the long run it's worth it. And then of course you'll need tools. The tools that I use a angle grinder and a vise mainly. To drill holes, of course, use a drill and a drill bit. And how Eli does it, of course, he'll drill holes, he'll pop rivet straps into the metal so you can like strap it to your body. And that's about it, really. I didn't show you this design in the last video. This is a thigh guard. Of course, you can't even see it. It goes on your thighs. Back guard. All you gotta do is like get your designs laid down on your new piece of metal or whatever material you're gonna make this out of. You can make it out of anything. I prefer metal because that's just me. But just lay it flat, mark the lines where you need to make bends. You bend it on the vise at a certain angle to match your body. Really, once you start doing it and getting the hang of it, like, it becomes second nature to you. And really, it's super simple. If it sounds difficult, it's really simple. I used to think it sounded super difficult to do. I was like, nah, no way I can do that. But after watching a lot of videos on Zen Not Alpha, I quickly learned this is easy. So, seriously though, get a game plan. Like, think long term, because you don't want to be wasting money on materials and then realize halfway through the bill, like, hey, this isn't gonna work out. Definitely do that. You really need to do that. But really, that's about it. Um, yeah, that's about it. Get inspiration and start making, guys. Yeah. God loves you guys. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.